Hey everyone, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today we are looking at episode 1 of Alderman in the Sky, or On the Sky, excuse me, I'm sorry. I keep, actually I've been talking about this anime for a couple of days now, and I keep saying in the sky, and I keep always meaning to say on the sky, so I apologize for that. But anyways, guys and girls, so this has been pretty anticipated from a lot of you. I know that a lot of people are telling me that this is going to be really great. I've also seen a lot of things on different rating sites and different anime sites saying this is one of the summer's, top exclusive, big things and next things. I don't know if this is based off a manga. I don't know if it's based off a light novel. I went into this completely blind, folks. And I kind of like doing that sometimes because I want to see what I think of it without knowing any knowledge of anything prior to that or, background stories and stuff like that. So I just went into this blind, and honestly, I don't know how I feel yet. I think that there's a lot to love about the show, and I think there's some also, I think, little small issues here and there that I have with it, but honestly, it's pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to do episodic reviews for it. That's up to you guys and girls, because honestly, this will be based off of views. If I don't get a lot of views on this, and I hate to say that, but if I don't, then I won't be doing episodic reviews. I mean, simply because so much stuff is coming out on the summer days that it's hard to keep kind of maintaining between 30 different shows. So, reviewing all these shows and stuff like that is based entirely on you guys. So if you enjoy this review, I'll say it later again, but, hit that subscribe button, hit the share button, share this with everyone, tell them about this, whole nine. Anyways, let's talk about the review though. So we are introduced to our main character called Ikeda, who he seems like a very lazy guy. We're going to get that into this very early on. Right now, one thing you'll notice is he is lazy as heck. He goes about, apparently he lives in a time where there's a lot of militarized issues going on in the world, and he seems almost like he's nonchalant about it. Apparently, according to other people, he even defunct at one point or something like that. So that's interesting. It seems like Ikeda is going to be an interesting character to be sure, and I'll explain something else about him at the very end of the actual episode. Now, we're also introduced to another girl. I do not know her name at all. I forgot it completely. But she and Ikeda seem to be, childhood friends. They know each other very well, and they are apparently going to go on a ship to go to a training grounds for I guess to be soldiers in the upcoming war and stuff like that. So essentially, what we're getting from this episode, though, is we're getting introduced to all these characters. We get introduced to this. She's like a maid type girl who is helping out on the ship. We're introduced to two other characters, and before I get into that though, Ikeda gets like MC of the year right here for the fact that he's like so smooth with the girls. It seems like in this show. I mean, I really like it. I'm not literally saying he's like MC of the year, main character of the year, no, but he's definitely up there because he's just very smooth and kind of nonchalant about a lot of things, and I like that. I really wish more main characters would like that. But anyways, we're introduced to several other characters too, who are all going to take this exam of different things, and we also learned curiously that apparently Ikeda is not as lazy or stupid as he might kind of seem like. It seems like Ikeda is actually very smart. Especially when it comes to strategies, because while they're playing chess right here, he's the one guy, Matthew, who's the guy who's kind of big set guy. He apparently lost, and Ikeda was actually able to notice that he lost 21 moves ago. So that probably presumes that we're going to see some more stuff from Ikeda as the show goes. Even like I said, the last quote of the show, I'll tell you guys when it comes up. But anyways, we also are introduced to another character, but as the ship is sinking, and when she's being put onto a transport boat, she falls off, and luckily Ikeda and the crew are actually able to save her. Now, we then are introduced that she's actually a princess, and on the island they found nearby, they all introduced themselves, and we learned a little bit about this princess, that despite her young age, she's very knowledgeable on a lot of the stuff that's going on. She knows all these people's names, she knows all their roles in society. So that's very interesting. I like that. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes from here. Now, the next several, I think, moments of the show are just focused on all these characters kind of getting used to one another. They're all talking to one another. It seems like they're getting a bond right away. And they end up learning, though, that they are in enemy territory, that the ship was so close to the borders of their territory, but more so on the enemy side. So they are going to have to figure out how to get off this enemy territory somehow. Now, at the very end of the show, the princess goes out to, do her business and ends up getting almost caught. But Ikeda comes in, saves her by, pretending like he's just wandering around. And we learned from the last quotes that during this year, Ikeda is going to become known as the lazy invincible general. So I'm presuming, like I thought before, he is a very smart guy, and he's going to be the one that leads a lot of people into probably victor of some sort. So, that's, I don't want to say that's a big spoiler, but it makes me interested in what's going to come up from this character and what's going to come up from the show. I just don't know how I feel about it. I love the animation for it. I think the voice acting is very good. I don't know. There's something about this show that's not really hooking me too much with it. Maybe it was the way they were introduced, or maybe the kind of lack of information. I wanted a little bit more about the background histories. I want to know more about the kind of war settings that is going on. I wanted more of that. We got very little about it. I wanted to also know about the various spirits. Like, if you saw from the first image, you see this little creature running around. And apparently every one of these people actually has, like, a spirit alongside them that they could use for various things, like, lights or energy or stuff like that. I want to see more about them, and I want to understand more about them. And I almost think that they kind of look like Teletubbies. Actually, I'm probably going to show the last image where it kind of reminded me of a Teletubby. I won't lie. That was the first thought that popped in my head. But anyways, guys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this review. Like always, share the video like I said before. It will help me to kind of gauge where you guys want me to do. You want me to keep doing the series? You want me not to do it? That's all up to you guys and girls, really. It is. And, any love you show me, comments, anything helps me out and just kind of lets me gauge what you want from this. Do you want me to do this? I am going to see if I can get 91 days out there. Like I said, I'm kind of on borrowed time right now with how much time I have to go before I have to actually leave the house. So I don't know if that will be coming out right now. It might come out later tonight. I'm not sure. But anyways, guys and girls, I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye bye.